always been curious how Pat knows how that. Never mind.
All right, timeout. This is one of my favorite stories in the history of Something to Wrestle, because we hear Vince being adamant and digging his heels in that this will never happen. And then, of course, we see later that it did happen, and he said it was his idea, which is always great. It's kind of fun sometimes. I get messages on Twitter. When are you guys going to do a Vince McMahon episode? Buddy, about twice a week between Jim Ross and Bruce Prichard. Pretty regular basis. But I love the idea that Pat and Bruce know behind the scenes Shawn Michaels will be champion, despite what Vince says, because they see the talent. And Bruce gets a lot of shit for Mantar and TL Hopper and some of the silliness, but maybe he doesn't get enough acknowledgement that he knew Shawn Michaels was going to be the top guy, even before Vince McMahon did. Now, I understand in hindsight that seems silly, but the WWF champions before that were most successful were guys who looked like Hulk Hogan, not necessarily guys who looked or wrestled like Shawn Michaels. But the business was changing, and there was perhaps no better example of that than Shawn Michaels. It's a state of flux in the company. You know, they're not quite where they want to be financially. They're looking for their next big thing. I think Bruce always says he's looking for his hit. He's looking for his next big hit. And who would have thought? Here it is. It's been under our nose the whole time. Oh, and real quick, let's talk about gimmick matches. I mean, how many matches have we seen in WWE history where everything's different after the one match? Like it really elevated both guys to superstar status. I feel like when that happens, there's usually a gimmick involved. And I know Bischoff hates gimmick matches, hates them. And I get that. But on the other side of this ladder match, to me, as a fan, Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon are much bigger stars. Fast forward to like WrestleMania 13 and that brawl all over the building, bloody submission match with Ken Shamrock as the referee. Austin and Brett are much bigger stars on the other side. I don't know what it is about these special stipulation matches, if you will, but it feels like on the other side, if done properly, and perhaps it's in the context of it being at a WrestleMania, those guys are bigger stars. They are quote unquote made men. And I felt like that was the case here with this first ladder match. And man, it's just fun to go back and look at this stuff with the benefit of hindsight and see what happened in their careers. Let's get back to it. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.